In this video, we are going to discuss about STP features. So, what are the features of STP? So, coming to STP here, if you see, STP resolves redundant topologies into loop-free or tree-like topologies. And also, when a switch is interconnected with multiple paths, STP prevents loops from being formed. So that here an STP loop, that is, or a forwarding loop, can occur when the entire network fails because of the hardware failure and a configuration issue and a network attack here. So, when a network attack or a configuration failure occurs, then the STP loop can occur where entire network fails here. So, STP loops can be costly, cause major network failures or outages. The following STP features can be used to minimize the effect and stabilize the layer 2 networks here. So, we see that it is about the BPDU guard here. So, what is BPDU? It is Bridge Protocol Data Unit, or a data message sent or exchanged between bridges using spanning tree protocol to minimize or detect loops in a network topology here. So, coming to BPDU contains management and control data information, and that is used to determine the root bridge and establish the connections or the port rules, for example, root port, designated port, or the block port here. So, coming to BPDU guard feature is designed to keep the active topology predictable and to enhance switch network reliability by enforcing the STP domain borders here. So, coming to the next one is the root guard. So, what is a root guard? In a switch network environment with shared administrative control or in a service provider environment, when there are many connections to other switches into a customer networks, it is important to identify here that the correct placement of the root bridge. So, what is a root bridge? Election of a root bridge and the placement of a root bridge when you get a multiple connections from the other networks also. So, if possibility, it is also important to identify a specific predetermined location to achieve an optimal forwarding feature and also a loop free topology here. So, by this you see there is no mechanism in a standard STP to enforce the network or a position of a root bridge as a bridge if you take it into a consideration in a network with a loop free topology, and also a lower bridge ID can assume the role of the root bridge here. So, with the lower bridge ID you can see that the root port is elected and the role of a root bridge also is determined here. So, coming to the next one is the Ethernet channel guard. So, coming to Ethernet channel guard, you see the feature is used to detect Ethernet misconfiguration between the switches and also the connected devices. An example of a misconfiguration is when the channel parameters are not identical and do not match on the both sides of the switch or a network. If you see that the misconfiguration is when only the channel is having a misconfiguration details of the parameters which are not identical of one switch to another switch and also do not match on the both sides of the Ethernet channel. For an example, you can see here clearly that only one side is configured and the other side is not configured with the same channel parameters here. So, here this is about the Ethernet channel guard, and the Ethernet channel parameters must be the same as both sides having the same in the network here. So, coming to the last one is loop guard. A loop guard feature here provides an additional layer of protection against the layer 2 switches or the layer 2 devices for forwarding loops by preventing alternative or root ports from becoming the designated ports because of failure, resulting in the unidirectional link here. And this is about the loop guard, and its feature, if you can see, works best when only enabled on all switches across the network. By default, spanning tree does not send any BPDUs or any alternate ports here. So, this is about the loop guard, and these are the STP features here.